Welcome back, guys, and welcome back to ML Pitch Talk. And as always, we present to you Take a Touch. And as always, I want my two co-hosts, my two guys, my brothers from anothers. We have Pato in the building. I'm not gonna introduce H just yet because we need to focus on Pato right now because there's a civil war happening in Pato's very own dunya. It's been kicking off. There's been quotes, comments left, right, and center. It's been going mad. But I'm not sure if you had the chance to see this before we went live, yeah. But Arne Slot gave his own little two pence on what's going on, and especially the comments that Salah made. Um, it's a bit mad. I want to get your initial reaction on this because I haven't showed you this before we even came online, yeah. So from Fabrizio, Arnie said, "Usually I'm a calm, I'm polite, but does not mean I'm weak. When a player says things like this, we have to react as a club. And as you can see, he is not here."
Yeah, he's his own man at the end of the day. You get obviously Salah is Salah in it, but and Slot has a job to do. He has players to manage, and Salah did make him look weak. And if he did bring him to Italy for the Inter Milan game, it would have looked crazy. So I get why he didn't take him, and I get what he's saying in the press conference that he had today. I have no problems with what he said because what's he supposed to do? Say, oh no, it's okay, like I forgive him. Nah, bro, you can't be disrespecting me publicly and then just expect everything is going to be rosy. Of course, Salah knew this was going to happen. Um, but unfortunately for Slot, brother, you're losing every game. So, like, he's in such a tough position because I think we're going to get packed up at Inter Milan tomorrow. I'm not going to lie. And if that happens, everyone's going to be looking at him like, so you left Salah at home, you lost. Everyone's going to be saying it's you. It's not Salah, it's you, bro.
I think it's more so in a month, like the rest of the month and into a bit of January, where there's going to be a lot of question marks asked of Arne Slot, especially if he was going to start picking up the results and the form of the team as well, because you're going to be with Salah for quite a long time, possibly depending on how Egypt fare in the Africa Cup of Nations as well. But yeah, I'm not sure whose side I'm on. I can't fully say I'm on Team Salah. I can't fully say I'm on Team Slot. Like I get it from both sides. Do you know what I'm saying? Like all this stuff about promises being made and promises not being kept and all that kind of stuff as well. Obviously, we'll never be privy to those type of conversations, so we'll never actually know. But H, like I'm not gonna lie to you. I was watching that Liverpool game. I saw a little bit of it. I seen that they were up 2-0. I went and took a nap. I woke up. I seen it seen finished 2-3. I just started laughing. I said, "Yeah, that's the Liverpool I know." Do you know what I'm saying? And then I went on my phone. I'm reading through it. I'm seeing everybody going crazy. I'm seeing video clips of Mohamed Salah. I'm thinking, what did I miss? What's going on? Then I seen all the fiery comments. He said, "Oh yeah, I used to have a relationship with manager. Now I don't," and all that kind of stuff. That's all I said, damn. Said, damn, it's really going off. Like, I had a feeling he slightly lost the dressing room, but now that's fully confirmed. It. H, what's all this saying to you?
Bro, to be fair, like Salah's move, like them exes of NFL players after they leave the guy and then they now start doing tell-all podcasts and whatnot. Like fellas is saying the manager threw me under the bus, never loved me, rah. Like, I think at the end of the day, Salah's right in terms of what, but it's just like, bro, you're going AFCON, bro. Like, I won't lie. Like, maybe do that when you're in Morocco. I won't lie. You know what I mean? Don't do that while you're still in Merseyside, bro. Do it in Morocco. You don't know this slot guy can send people to your house, bro. We don't know, bro. But nah, like in all seriousness, yeah, look, no one is bigger than the club at the end of the day. Like, bro, there was Liverpool before Mo Salah. It's gonna be Liverpool after Mo Salah. He's probably the best player in my lifetime that I've seen at Liverpool anyway. But you can't disrespect your manager publicly. Like Salah hasn't disrespected him publicly. Like Salah just hasn't been performing. And
Did
that's
he
that's
really, did he really disrespect Slot, or did he disrespect the club?
I think no, I think it was a bit of both. I think he disrespected the manager by saying coming out and saying I used to have a relationship with the manager. No, I don't. Like big man, that's something you don't need to say. Like A professional, like I would never expect Harry Kane to say something like this. Do you know what I mean? I never expect, Messi or Ronaldo to say something like this. Like what's it been? Obviously, Ronaldo went and had that whole interview, but that was because they were in the pits, man. Someone need to say something. But it's like I could never imagine like I think Harry Kane is like the poster boy of professionalism. Yeah, I could never imagine Harry Kane as bad as Tottenham are coming out and saying, "Oh, bro, I've lost my relationship with the manager. Someone is trying to throw me under the bus." Like sometimes you just get on with it. Do you know what I mean? But I think just saying that you feel like they're trying to someone at the club doesn't, someone in the club doesn't want you there. You're putting a lot of question marks over not just the manager, but the club as a whole. And that's kind of like in my eyes, that's kind of like it's you've done so much. Why would you question the club? Because at the end of the day, you know yourself. Do you know what? If I'm not playing well and the club isn't doing well, like bro, you have two choices. It's either I pull up my boots and I do what I've been doing for the last 7 years, and I just go and go and go and just do what I can for the club, or you say, do you know what? What's probably better for the club is I don't play, and I have to accept that, or I try and look for somewhere else to go in January. That's like people are going to say you quit and you abandon the team, but you also have to make the best decision. Most Salah
See,
this season.
I'll play a bit of devil's advocate in that one as well because he probably knows all that. Yeah, deep down, if Mohamed Salah is not as arrogant and full of himself as I think he is, I don't think he is. Anyways, I think he probably sits down at home, knows some of his performances this season hasn't been great, but when you have certain other guys on the pitch as well that you're looking at, yeah, looking at Kirkers. I'm looking at McAllister to a certain degree. I'm even looking at Gravenberch as well. Looking at I was even calling him Cody Gakpo, Mister Cut in and shoot every single time, no matter who's in front of him. There could be four defenders in front of him. He's still gonna let that shot off. And then let me not even start on the back line. Yeah, Allison's a great goalkeeper, but I don't know how you're injury prone. You stand on the goal. Do you know what I'm saying? And he's prone to his errors as well. Konate, don't know what's going on with this guy. This was meant to be a slam dunk. You go to Real Madrid on a free at the end of the season, but your performances have been so bad that even Real Madrid don't even want to take you on a free. Like we discussed this a couple of weeks ago that I've never seen a club tell another club, yeah, don't worry about your Honda, we're not going to take that. Never seen that before in my life. Van Dijk as well. He was playing volleyball a couple of weeks ago. Even some of his defensive performances past couple of weeks as well. Constantly shaking his bum, not tracking his runner, not really looking to be given full effort. So if he's kind of sitting around, standing around, looking at then he's looking at why is it me that's getting dropped when these guys haven't done as much as I've done for Liverpool Football Club. I've dragged us from, I wouldn't say you guys were in the gutter, but you weren't doing well, and made you guys back to where you rightfully should be as a European powerhouse, as a powerhouse in England as well. Then he's looking like some of these guys. They're getting away with more than is me. That's the scapegoat. And I feel like 110% was right for him to even put Carragher in there as well because he knows as well Carragher's gonna have a field day with this. Do you know what I'm saying? I love that little anecdote in there. But hey, do you not think that it's a bit, I wouldn't say deserved, but he can kind of trot his weight around a little bit, especially with some of the other performances from other players. I'll get your reaction in a second, but do you not think so, H?
Like, I think for what he's done and what he's won, there's a level of respect you need to have for a player of his stature, of his caliber. But then there's also the angle of, big man, you've been doing it for all these years. And no one is even telling you to do what he did last season. Or even half of what he did last season puts us in a different position. You went and got a brand new bro. You were talking it up when you were looking for that new contract, B. You were chatting. You are giving interview. It's with the club. If they want to give me, they'll give me. They want to give me, it's okay. But you're chatting for that contract. Now you have the big payday, that Saudi bread that you're on. And this is what you're giving the people. Now, that's what I think is more of an intrinsic thing with just Liverpool in general. Like, I think the death of Jota has really, really rocked these, man, if I'm being totally honest. And I think it's really hampered how Salah is playing. And it could be a case of how Arne Slot, I feel like maybe he hasn't managed that whole situation. Like, how can you manage that situation? Do you get me? Like, you want to do the best you can. But I feel like everything that's kind of happened to them over the summer, I think it's really now, like, I think we're really seeing the true effects of what this is, because I don't think, even if Liverpool are not doing that well, I don't think Mo Salah, if what happened in summer, I don't think Salah ever comes out and says something like this. Like, things have to be that bad for him to come out and say something like this. So, but can he throw his weight around 100%? But again, there is nobody bigger than Liverpool. Liverpool are great before him. They're going to be great after him. So,
Father, what do you make of what I have to say, bro?
With the whole who's supposed to be getting dropped, you see, if Liverpool are conceding, so we basically concede 2 or more goals every game. That has nothing to do. That has nothing to do with Mo Salah. Because if you're saying, oh, he doesn't track back, he didn't track back last season, he won the league. Didn't track back to the season before that, scored 30 goals. So it's not about Salah doesn't track back or that's why we're conceding goals. He didn't play the last 3 games. Did you not concede the goals? So the whole back line is just fucked. It's not Salah's fault you bought a right wing back to play right back. It's not Salah's fault you were spending all your bread up top, didn't buy a centre back. It's not Salah's fault you misprofiled the left back you wanted and got Kirkez, who just wants to be fighting people and be doing high energy, but is brain dead. That has nothing to do with Salah. You move into the midfield. Midfield you had was great. Instead of you to go get a backup 6 for Gravenberch, because Gravenberch actually isn't a number 6. He's an 8. Fella even wanted to be a 10 once upon a time. You said, no, I don't need a 6. I have Endo. The Endo that you have, you don't play him. Instead of getting reinforcements in that midfield, you said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to spend 116 million on a number 10. Nothing to do with Salah. Salah doesn't make these decisions. You are Arne Slot, you're the manager. You pick who comes in. Cool. You said we lost some strikers. Okay, you lost the left winger as well. Don't replace the left winger. We have Rio and Gamora. Cool. Salah, that's not Salah's decision. You said let's get a striker. Could have got 2 strikers. You could have got a winger and a striker. But what you did was you got Ekitike. Cool, he's playing well, no problem. He could be a main man. No, you said, I'm going to spend another 120 million, however much, on Isak. Cool. You made all your decisions. You decided this was the best thing for us to do. Now, you're saying Salah should be dropped. Look at your 116 million pound number 10 that was banging up goals and assists in the Bundesliga. And look at your 120 million pound striker that was the second highest scorer in the league last season. What are you looking at Salah for? Salah came for 42 million and he's 33. Why is all his responsibility? Now the people that are supposed to be performing, that came for big money and performing, and no one is saying anything. Are we having a laugh? Are we actually messing? We're talking about Mo Salah. Trust me, out of everybody in that Liverpool squad, Salah is the one that is a sure banker. If you play Salah every game, he will score you 25 goals in a season. All comps. Guaranteed. Doesn't matter if he's playing well, if he's playing bad. When we had the dip in 2021 and we were ass, Fella scored 31 goals, all comps. The one in 22-23, when we lost 6 league games at home on the bounce, he scored 30 goals that season. He scored like 19 league goals and 10 assists, something like that. Oh, but why didn't we say it was his fault then? Mo Salah will put the numbers up any season, anytime, any way, anyhow. He will put the numbers up, and he is looking at it like, I'm not getting the respect as my counterparts are. Harry Kane would never ever ever be dropped for Tottenham unless he was injured. Messi and Ronaldo, obviously Salah's not at that level. They would never be dropped. You give them the benefit of the doubt, and you keep giving them the benefit of the doubt because it's 10 years of consistency. You think all of a sudden now he just doesn't have to play football anymore. Maybe look inward. Maybe you made the wrong signings. Maybe the signings that you made is the reason why you can't get the best out of Mo Salah anymore. Don't you think when you're making your decisions in the summer about the players that you're bringing in, I should buy players that are still going to let me get the best out of the best player in the league? And then your decision making, you're losing. Or you're playing Leeds away. Leeds that just came to the league. The person that won the Golden Boot and the person that had the second most goals in the league, you put them on the bench. You played Cody Gakpo, that plays every bloody game. I don't know if he has Arne Slot nudes or what his problem is. And obviously his thing is going to be like, I don't have another left winger. Nigga, why did you spend 120 million on a striker then?
Chiesa is literally there. Like,
and Chiesa's there. He's injured now. He's injured now, but
Is
he's injured. But and Gakpo's injured as well, but that's another story. So Arne Slot needs to look at himself as well, and you need to reflect because you can't put the blame on others. Because what we know is if you play Salah for a full season, there's a number of goals he's gonna get. Arne Slot, you're not proven like that. You're not Jurgen Klopp. If this was a Klopp versus Salah, I'm backing Klopp because he's backed this chap. He's done it for years. Slot, you came in, you won the league fairs, but now you're not playing Salah. Now you're falling out with people. Now you got to make the decisions. All of a sudden, it's all falling apart. It looks like Salah did a carry job for you last season. And in Salah saying, I carried you to a league title, and this is how you want to disrespect me. Yes, nobody's bigger than the club, and no one should just be playing in the team if they're playing badly. But if anybody's going to get the benefit of the doubt, it has to be Mo Salah. You're giving Cody Gakpo the benefit of the doubt. You're giving Konate the benefit of the doubt. You're giving McAllister the benefit of the doubt. Why are you not giving Mo Salah the benefit of the doubt? He's the best player in the league.
See, when I hear people's arguments as well saying that nobody deserves to play for Liverpool, nobody deserves to play a game of football, which I completely understand, but then they also follow up and say, Salah hasn't been performing, he deserves to be on the bench. I could name you 4 or 5 other players that haven't been performing and deserve to be on the bench, but why are we only talking about specifically this guy? Do you know what I'm saying? So like, I don't really get it. I just think that, like H said, the timing of it was absolutely terrible. You should have went to Egypt. You should have been kick a ball in Morocco before you started dropping all these comments, because then at least it wouldn't be as nuclear. But the fact that you were so willing to give an interview after a game that obviously you didn't do great and you dropped more points again. And he didn't play. So it feels a bit premeditated as well. Do you know what I'm saying? It feels very calculated too. You know what I mean?
It was 100% premeditated, bro. This is a calculated guy. He's a millionaire. He knows what he's doing. He has taken it upon himself that if the board doesn't want to save the club, I will save the club. I need the fans to get on this guy's back because he's shy. He's losing every game. And Salah's probably thinking, are you people just going to be ignoring this? Well, we have some of the best players in the world and we lose every week and everyone's okay. And now on top of that, I'm not playing. No. Enough.
No, he's probably thinking, so we're losing every week. You're not blaming the manager. You want to blame me. After the season, I just dropped for you as well.
Exactly. So it gets to a point where, look, and I think the dressing room as well, like we said, he's lost the dressing room. Because I can tell you for a fact, if you ask the captain Van Dijk, if somebody has to go tomorrow, Slot or Salah, he's saying Slot can dip. Trust me, those players respect Salah so much. Half of them wouldn't have a trophy wouldn't have a trophy to piss in if Salah didn't carry them for years.
Do you know what I'm starting to realize? Yeah, is see Dutch managers, bro. I don't think they're cut from a certain type of
Van Gaal and them, man.
Because if you generally start thinking about Dutch managers, when Ronald Koeman went to Barca, he got bounced out. Then he went to Everton, he got bounced out, lost the dressing room. Ten Hag lost the dressing room, got bounced out. Van Gaal, when he was buying up the superstars, but didn't have to manage him, got bounced out. Now Ten Hag, it seems like I feel like Dutch managers have this thing where they want to put a stamp down and say, no, I'm the guy. I don't care what you've done. I'm the captain now. Because even when United were losing and Ten Hag goes, oh, I didn't want to bring Ronaldo on to ruin his legacy. Bro, that's the game where you have to bring him on. That's Mr. Clutch. That fella probably would have scored a hat-trick or something. I just feel like Dutch managers, I think, maybe, like, again, as like my missus lived in the Netherlands, bro, they really have this thing about them where they're so arrogant in their way. Maybe Amarin is also Dutch or something, bro. I don't know, but they're so like stubborn and set in a way that you can't disrespect them. And if you disrespect them, bro, you never kick a ball for them ever again. So I don't know, man. Something in that Dutch water, man. And obviously he's playing Cody Gakpo because, bro, he's Dutch. He wants Cody to be selected to go to the World Cup. So
plus, he used to manage my PSV as well, I'm pretty sure. So there's a bit of connection there prior to all that.
I will say though, if Salah ends up leaving and Slot stays, he has to win the Champions League. And if he doesn't, oh my god, them supporters are gonna be on him every game. See that Arne Slot, la 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 la, bro. They're gonna they're gonna remix it into something else, man. Because you can't have a feud with the best player and then not win something.
Mm.
Because Salah would tell you, look, when I was there, we won league. Now I'm gone. Now I'm gone. What's going on? What's going on? Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you better it's in Slot's best interest to resolve this feud and him and Salah to make up. I just play the guy because bro, your job is already on the line, and now you're fighting with someone that the fans adore. Bro, it's basically like imagine trying to fight with Steven Gerrard back in the day, and you're losing games. The
Mm.
fans are not trying to hear what you're saying because you're shit. So at least play the players that we like. At least let us imagine now people are coming to watch Liverpool play. You're not even seeing Salah play, and then you're now losing. Well, you'd be pissed off, man. So
But obviously, given his Monday Night Football and Wolves and Manchester United are currently playing right now, and they're doing the whole segment as well. So they've obviously posed this question to Jamie Carragher, Mr. Liverpool himself. Like we're not gonna watch the whole 8-minute clip because nobody has time for that. But somebody just summarized that a little bit, just searching his name. Jamie Carragher or Mo Salah, you were a flop at Chelsea. Irrelevant because he's a Liverpool legend now. You've never won AFCON as a player. Egypt have though. It's a bit salty. That's like saying England have won the World Cup, but you never won it. That's crazy. You are selfish and didn't pass the words.
people need to get over that.
What do you have to make of your legend coming for another legend of your football club, Pato?
Salah is more of a legend than he will ever be. He just happens to be from Liverpool, but they're not even in the same bracket. But to be fair, he didn't tell a lie. But the thing is, what he's saying is irrelevant.
Mm-hmm.
The verts that he didn't pass to, okay, now the people that are passing are on the pitch as he scored. No. The Egypt never won an AFCON. When you were a player, the Liverpool win the league? No. But Salah came, they won leagues, didn't they? So everyone,
No,
that's
like saying, look, Liverpool won league titles before you, and you as a Liverpool player never won a league title. Like,
exactly.
It doesn't really make sense. And the whole flop at Chelsea thing as well is not really a beating stick that you can really use him with because he's been battling up the league for how many years now? You want to use that stick Chelsea?
That's like telling the millionaire you used to be broke, but I'm not. So what relevance does that have?
You could have said the same. You could have said the same for KDB, man. Oh, you didn't make it at Chelsea, but bro, what happened after the fact?
Exactly. So I don't know if he actually said that, but
there's a guy that didn't win the Prem. That says somebody had to win the Prem,
You're asking me Chelsea wouldn't have taken Mohamed Salah back in a heartbeat after watching all the shit he's been doing for Liverpool over the past couple of years.
Exactly. A little 27.
He would have went down as the greatest ever player.
Do you know what I mean? So I guess obviously I don't know if these people have connections to the club where they have to speak a certain way because sometimes he just be chatting, man, about this Salah guy. And I get it from Salah's perspective. It's like, bro, leave me alone. We're losing every week, and you're telling me, and you're getting on to me for not coming out and talking. Bro, I'm not even playing. Bro, I'm not even playing. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? We're losing every week, and you want me to come and talk? What is me coming out to talk and to do? We're shit on the pitch. We would not. If I come and do the interviews after the game, it doesn't make a difference because they're still going to be shit on the pitch.
No, because imagine now he comes out and does an interview after the game and it was just like, oh yeah, we weren't great today. We need to do better, blah, blah, blah. Somehow, some way, this guy will still spin and say that Salah was making excuses.
Exactly. The thing is, gonna go on.
I'll just say it so quickly, yeah. It's because I genuinely remember at the start of the season how gas Pato was. and for the shit, for the story to turn like this, brother.
Bro, life comes at you fast. 3 months ago, he was celebrating. I was hearing we have Isaac, we have this, we have that, bro. We have this, we have that, bro.
Yeah.
If you
now the club is upside down.
If you told me that this is how we would have finished the year in a debauchery of Liverpool, brother, I would have paid you all the money in my account, bro. What do you mean, bro?
But you know what, though? I'm not even that. It's not even hurting me like that. Bro, I've been there. I've seen this before. I've won league. I'm Champions League.
It's not that it's hurting you, but bro, how mad is it, yeah? Just 3 months ago, you were celebrating. You were looking forward. You were saying, yeah, we're going to have this league wrapped up by this time. And this time now, your best player, he's fighting with the manager. the manager is saying that I'm gonna put my foot down. That I'm not a bitch. No one's gonna treat me like that. Your captain is not really doing anything. He's just there. You know what I'm saying? You have Zoboslai saying that we need to try to keep the peace. What happens in the locker room needs to stay in the locker room. Bro, like is going off. You just are moving like Real Housewives of Liverpool right now. Like is kicking off, bro.
Well, what I will say is last season we won the league. We had a very good season. The season before that, won the Carabao Cup, and we competed for the league. So the players are not the problem. It's the fucking manager, bro. I'm telling you, that guy is dumb. Oh my god, how do you keep playing Gakpo?
They weren't saying this last season when they were winning, you know. But
No,
me,
They weren't saying this in the first. They weren't saying this in the first 5 games.
me when I was saying that Liverpool were adored, there was only Mo Salah that won in that league. They're telling me, nah, the manager came and his substitutions, my manager. I was like, bro, I've seen these Dutch guys. I know what they're on, bro.
no, I'm not going to say Arne Slot is a bad manager, but he's a good manager. He's a good manager when things are going well. That's the difference between a good manager and a great manager. You see, Slot went from 6 losses on the bounce at Anfield, and then he competed for the league. He had a season where the 2021 season, where losing games left, right, and center, turned around. Next season, we were in the Champions League final, won the domestic cups, and got 92 points. That's the difference. I don't see Slot turning it around, and he doesn't have that respect from players where they're going to buy into what he's saying. If Slot holds a meeting and it's like, Roy, boys, let's get together, everyone's going to be like, another meeting, brother. How many meetings are we going to do? I'm not trying to hear what you're saying. You're not good at your job. You keep playing Gakpo. You know, people don't understand it. He keeps playing Gakpo.
Bro, we know about crap left wingers. We've had to watch Martinelli try to dribble people for the past 2-3 years now, and he's still failing at it.
But did Arteta not learn his lesson? Where's Martinelli now? Impact zone. Turn Gakpo to impact zone, bro. Do you know what I mean, bro? He didn't buy a left winger. You're spending hundreds of millions on strikers. You have no left winger. You have your left winger is 6'3" and slow. It doesn't make sense. And then you were the bro. Obviously, these people. This is a billion. Like the Liverpool's worth billions of pounds. So obviously, you sit down and all of the people in the boardroom are looking at the players and you're saying, "Yeah, I'm happy with this." And you said, "Yeah, Gakpo is going to be my guy." You're mad. You're mad. You're actually mad, bro. So, bro, that Arne Slot, just take your league title and be going, man. Because,
bro, I was happy Martinelli for Gakpo.
I take him. He has a bit of pace, and he defends as well. Oh, you know Gakpo, yeah, bro. I even feel bad for Kirkers, yeah, because that fella should probably have a few assists by now. Fella is making that overlap and run every time.
Gakpo doesn't even look his way.
Thing is, yeah, the right back doesn't even track him because he knows Gakpo's just going to quit and shoot. So they don't even track him to just run. Bro, it's crazy. It's actually. But we went from Sadio. I know I'm going on about Gakpo yet, but people, I really need it to hit home. We went from Sadio Mane. The fella was like 5'9", black, quick, strong, an amazing finisher. He can go both ways. He can use his weak foot. To Gakpo, slow, tall, and all he knows how to do is cut in and shoot. You're not Iron Robin, bro. Do something else. Try something different. It's not. How can you be taking shots and then there's 4 people in front of you, and when it hits off one of them, you're like, oh shit, what do you think was gonna happen? The ball's just gonna go through them.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, Pato. Yeah, they make you Liverpool manager in the summer. Who you getting rid of? Who you bringing in?
In the summer,
before we wrap up this Liverpool segment, you're made Liverpool manager in the summertime. Who you getting rid of and who you bringing in? Are you gonna keep? Let me even ask you the most important question: Are you gonna keep the 2-man step with Isak and Ekitike? Or are you gonna cut your losses with one of them?
No, I keep them both because in this day and age you need the squad depth. And Isak, if you don't score, you will be on the bench. I don't mind if it's up to me because obviously I know as a club it's probably difficult to keep that type of player on the bench. But it's up to me, bro. You're gonna hold bench, and if you start performing, you play. I can try Ekitike on the left wing because I know he's going to be better than Gakpo anyway. And I'm going to go and grab Semenyo and say, bro, you find a way you play in that left wing because Gakpo is shy. Then the midfield, The midfield I'm okay with. I'd probably go grab another 6. If Kimmich was like 3 years younger, I would have tried to grab him, but he's not. So I would find the 6. Look at all the players that you got, and even for the back line as well, bro. We need like probably like 3 centre backs. I don't know how I found these guys. Mosquera, Nkapie, Timber, Ben White. Where were all these guys 3-4 years ago? Where did they all spawn from?
You're just scouting in it, bro.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So where's our own scouting department? No scouting department. They're just spending hundreds of millions.
Bro, you brought in Leone Lewis, bro. What do you mean where your scouting department is? You're not bringing this in the back.
See, look at what we're doing. Well, you actually are bringing in men. You guys are we're bringing in 18-year-old boys to come up play. You think Van Dijk is going to defend the whole season by himself? So yeah, I'm not too upset with the squad. I'm quite happy with the squad, but there's just some key areas that we messed up. We need a 6. We need a left winger, and we need to play the squad players. Play Endo. Play Chiesa. What I will say from what Arteta has been doing this season, he's been having rotation. He's been playing the players that are not starters. Eze and Odegaard are fighting out for that 10 position. You've been playing your centre backs that you bought. You had the depth, so maybe we should take a leap out of Arsenal's book. Okay.
I get you. But it's even now time to even do some a couple of home truths, even with my own football club as well, Arsenal. Obviously, as you know, we didn't have a good weekend. Considered a last minute goal to Aston Villa, lost the game 2-1, and boys, that's the beauty of football, innit? You score a last minute goal, you're ecstatic, you're jumping up and down, you're bouncing off the walls, and then when it happens to you, you just feel sick. Just feel absolutely sick. Just want to spit in somebody's face. It's just a disgusting feeling, yeah. And to be honest with you, with the result, I wasn't angry. I wasn't annoyed. I kind of had a feeling that Aston Villa was going to get something against us because it's you, not Emery. It's you, not Emery. He always does it. Always does it. Fella couldn't coach nothing at Arsenal Football Club, conceding over 30 shots to Watford, getting embarrassed in the Europa League final to Chelsea. Do you know what I'm saying? Failing to get top 4. Couldn't coach anything out. I was even trying to look for an analogy. I can't even give him a perfect analogy. That's how bad it was. But for some reason, ever since we sacked this guy, he's just been always there just to make our life just shit. When we went on those Europa League runs with Villarreal, he was there. He stopped us. Went to go and win himself. You know what I'm saying? When we were going for top 4, he was there, battling with us, collecting points for no reason. He didn't even need it. He wasn't doing anything with those points for Aston Villa. Do you know what I'm saying? Now we're going for a league title. You had a shit start to the season, and now you want to start collecting points. For what? You're not going to win that league title. The 3 points we gave you, what are you going to do with it at the end of the season? You're not going to do fuck all with it. You're not going to win on. Shy coach. Absolutely shy coach. Hate that fella and his stupid face. But the overall game from the boys themselves, yeah, bro, that first half was bad. H, I don't know how you felt about that, but that first half was bad. Our defense was just getting touched and moved to in a way I haven't seen before in my life. Well, I wouldn't say it in my life. I've definitely seen it because I remember those Shocker Mustafi days. I remember those Pyramid Saka, Koscielny, all that type of stuff. I'll even go as far as back as say Philip Senderos as well. I remember some of his calamity defending back in the day as well. Do you know what I'm saying? That's a proper throwback they want there for you. But the way our defense was getting kind of just breached was something I've never seen before. It was just constant. Anytime Villa had the ball, just one slip pass into McGinn or into Morgan Rogers. I was gonna say, what's the guy's name again? What's his name? Is it just Morgan Rogers? Morgan Rogers. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why my brain went flat. I was gonna say Morgan Gibbs, but I'm thinking I'm getting the two light skin mixed up. You know what I'm saying? But Morgan Rogers, just slip a little pass into him, and they're just running out of defense constantly. Eze, for some reason, I don't know. Him on the left is not a bad proposition, but they weren't moving the ball quick enough to him. And then with Odegaard back in the squad, he had a good game. I'll give it to him. But this guy, he must fancy Bukayo Saka because that's the only person he likes to pass the ball to. The guy does not look to the left to even try switch the play most of the time or try move it quickly. And our issue with all the time is you don't speed it up. You're never you're not mysterious with the moves that you do on the pitch. Everything is very, very telegraphed. Even when he's about to take a shot, he winds it up for 5,000 years before he lets that shot off. And he's about to shoot because he winds
No,
it up so much.
no shot better.
Do you know what I'm saying? He let one shot off go on the weekend that even surprised me. I said, bro, I didn't know you had that in the locker like that. It went over, but like it was just marginally. Like even Martinez had to get a hand to it just to make sure it was actually going out. But there's no ingenuity in his game. There's no mysteriousness. There's no vavavoom. It's the same thing every single week. Do you know what I'm saying? Bukayo Saka, he was okay, didn't have a great game. There's a lot of people getting onto Victor Gyökeres as well. And listen, Victor Gyökeres is my guy. I was the one that was championing hard. I was shaking my bum on Twitter for this guy to come to my football club all summer. Yeah, this is my guy. I'm gonna defend him. I'll criticize him when it needs to be because you know me, boys. I'll let the corner off on anybody. I don't give a shit. I care about Arsenal Football Club. I'm not Player FC, but for right now, I'll be Player FC. Victor Gyökeres, yeah. Can both of you guys just answer me this question? Do we create enough chances for Victor Gyökeres to actually miss them for us to say he's a shit player?
I wouldn't say so.
Not in a million years. Like,
we don't create enough chances for this guy to score goals, and the minimum chances that we do eventually get to him, they're always scrappy that he can't really do much with. And then he missed, and then people start getting onto him saying, "Oh, this is what I was telling you. He's not built for the league. He's not this. He's not that." How many chances repeatedly do City make for Haaland? He'll miss a couple. He'll score a couple as well. How many chances did Trent used to make for Mohamed Salah, Darwin Núñez, all that kind of stuff that you guys will miss a lot of the chances, but you still score some? Do you know what I'm saying? How many chances will Chelsea create for Cole Palmer before he eventually bags one? That guy's a weird guy. He doesn't really miss another one or two bangers in the net. But how many chances they constantly create from? Do you know what I'm saying? Well, with our fan base, is like these people were so hung up on Sesko. And they were sold this idea of resale value. The guy has a crazy potential, all that kind of stuff. Like, I get wanting to hate on Gyökeres, but some of it has to be genuinely justified. What were you expecting from a guy that's just coming back from injury, that's not even fully fit, thrown into a game that we already 1-0 down? What did you want him to do? Come and make miracles? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, get the ball on the halfway line, jink like about 4 or 5 man, and go and smash your top ins. That's not the type of player he is. And then our midfielders as well, they don't really find this guy. I'll be watching this guy. Some of the runs that he makes, I'll be honest, they're a bit nonsensical. Sometimes you need to kind of mix it up, maybe run this way, then drop back this way, and try bamboozle the defender a little bit. Like, add a bit more flair to the runs you're trying to make, because sometimes it can be very telegraphed. But sometimes when this guy is making runs, nobody just decides to find him. And Bukayo Saka, let me even get onto him with that Brentford game. Yeah, he was so lucky that his shot went in, because I was ready to cuss this guy out. Because, bro, that little 2-on-1 that we had, that he decided to shoot instead of pass the ball, he's lucky that went in, because if he missed that, what are you doing? I get you're Mr. Arsenal, and you've been carrying this club for a couple of years, but share the load, brother. We're all trying to win a Premier League title. What, you think they're gonna write your name on the Premier League trophy when they hand it out? Pass the ball. Look for your striker. Feed your striker. Your striker will feed you as well. These players they're so used to playing with non-scoring nines. Yeah, they're like all the Mikel Marinos that's not looking for the ball to try to score, that wants to jink this way, or Gabriel Jesus that wants to dance around here, or Havertz that will gangly get somewhere and then flick the ball this way and pass somewhere. You have a guy that wants to score goals. He doesn't give a crap about you jinking one or two man. Lay the ball through to him, let him shoot. If the guy was missing chances upon chances, where it's undeniable that this guy is just not it, I'll say fair enough. I got it wrong. Get this guy in my football club because he's clearly not good enough. But I can't even give that guy that excuse, because we don't even create enough chances for him. You know how many big chances he's missed so far this season? 5. You know how many big chances Haaland has missed so far this season? Like between 15 and 20. We're not creating chances for this guy.
I have a question. Do you think you don't have the right player profile behind him? Because like you were saying, if you had a Trent or a De Bruyne, it would be a different conversation.
I think I'll be so honest with you. Not a lot of people in the fan base would like to hear it, but I say within a year to 18 months, they'll slowly start to realize that Odegaard is not really needed in this team anymore, because his creativity is good, but it's not exceptional level where he's able to pick out a mad pass that you've not seen before. Like he's not. I'm not saying always go for the Hollywood passes like maybe KDB or even Bruno Fernandez as well, but he rarely does them. He's very risk adverse on the pitch, and especially when you're trying to win titles, being risk averse is not going to get you nowhere. You need to take risks. Do you know what I'm saying? And we don't have enough players that's willing to take risk. I think the only one that'll try a first time pass, maybe you'd be like Eze, or try a flick around the corner. Do you know what I'm saying? Like even look at the assist that Eze gave to Martinelli, where he spot Martinelli, he was about to play the pass, paused for a second, watched him again, then played over the top. I promise you, if that was Odegaard in that situation, I've been grappling for so long. Was Odegaard in that situation?
See, the interesting thing is that you mentioned that you feel like Odegaard's unneeded and thing. I think it's the opposite way around, because after Odegaard got that first injury earlier on the season, he came back and he was playing with I think that was the first time he was playing with Gyökeres, or he just came back like playing with Gyökeres now. He was the only player that was playing Gyökeres into the channels. I don't remember the game, but every single time he got the ball and Gyökeres would make the run, he was the only. I think he played like 4 balls into the channel.
That's the Champions League game I think you're talking about.
Like the guy understand, but again, it's like, yeah, he's not risk adverse. Like he doesn't take the chance. But in terms of fitting in for Gyökeres and someone that's looking for Gyökeres, from what I've seen, he's the one that actually does. Everybody else seems to almost blank the guy and just go give it to Saka. Just give it to Bukayo. Just give the ball to Bukayo, bro. And it's like, and I think you're right in terms of like Arsenal have been so used to not playing with an out striker that it's like to them it's just like, bro, like almost like Liverpool with Bobby Firmino. Like Firmino was happy he didn't need to score 20 goals, bro. As if he got his 10 goals, 10 assists, 12 assists, bro, that guy was happy out, man. The goals are gonna come from Mane and they're gonna come from Salah. So I think like for Arsenal, it's like, bro, we've not played with a 9 for so long that these guys still don't know how to play. They don't know how to feed a striker. And even for me, I'd get onto Gyökeres and be like, bro, some of you, and it's like I get onto him, but I also understand it's like, bro, the ball doesn't come into the box for him to make a run. So sometimes he won't make the run because he already knows that ball's not even going to come to me. So what's the point of me making the run? So it's like I don't know. Arteta has to tactically be like, look, lads, understand that we like.
Just tell them I'll fine you 1 week's wages if you're not if 2 people are not given 2 passes. If people are not given at least 2 passes into the channels or into space for Gyökeres, I'm finding you like a week's wage, because at this point, yeah, we should not be having this conversation in December where we're still trying to figure out how to feed a striker. You've had 4 months, boys. Yeah, the fella's been in the country kicking ball ways for a while. You should be able to time his runs. You should be working this all out.
Yeah, it's very and I feel for the guy honestly, because like even though he came from Portugal, bro, if you come off scoring 97 goals in 102 games, and you come to England and you're not scoring, like, yeah, different league, but you're still hungry. Like you still have that photographic memory of how to kick a ball and how to score a goal. So it's not a case of like, oh, the guy doesn't have to shoot, bro. The guy knows how to kick ball. Like,
the issue is that we can't even give out to him for missing so many chances, because how many chances are we genuinely creating for him to actually even miss?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, it would be a different story where we're creating so much and the guy is just he's doing a Darwin Nunes. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, I hear it, yeah, but I just think realistically, long term, right, Gyökeres is not the profile of striker that Arteta wanted. I think it was more of a case of we need a striker, and who's a hot striker that we can get. And it was Gyökeres and Sesko, and it seemed that we got Gyökeres. Because realistically, the way
I'll argue against that a little bit, because I think what Arteta might be looking for, because especially with his way of wanting to pin teams back and really control and dominate teams as well, you need a striker that has good box presence and is going to sit in the box and camp in there and is going to attract 2 man on him constantly. Do you know what I'm saying? In the first couple of games, that's what we were kind of praising Gyökeres for doing, but obviously we wanted the goal scoring as well. It's been for Arteta, what the issue is he's getting one and not getting the other. He needs to be able to put both of them together, where we're having that box presence to now push teams back. Because if you watched what's the game that Mika Marino played in? I'm trying to think. I had in my head before as a point, but there was a game that I think it was possibly the Chelsea game. Chelsea, it might be in the Chelsea game where literally Marino was just running around like Chalaba and Wesley Fofana. They weren't worried about Mika Marino. They didn't give a damn. Yeah, drop into midfield, collect the ball, come back and try to do something. We'll take the ball off you anyways. But if you had a Jokeres up there that's constantly battling with them, you're putting balls into the channels that where now these people have to work. It's a heavy body. You're not just gonna like you can kind of as big as Mika Marino is, you can kind of barge him out of the way. He's gonna flop anyways because he's gonna try to draw the foul. You know how these Spanish midfielders are. But Jokeres is gonna, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to put a shoulder in. It's gonna be a proper hard one, and you might get bounced back as well. So it's like for him to succeed, we need to be able to feed this guy as well. And these people are just not feeding him, and that's my issue. Because now they're calling this guy all sorts of names on the timeline. I even had one guy that me and him were arguing on Twitter a couple of months ago. Last night he replied to something from about like 4 or 5 months ago of something that we were talking about, and now he's trying to use that as a reason to prove his point. And I'm still not having it because I was like, bro, even as not great as Jokeres has been, he's the second second top goal scorer for Arsenal so far this season. Bukayo Saka has 7, he has 6.
Saka has 7 goals.
Yeah.
First.
But look, what I would say anyway to Jokeres is, bro, see when man aren't giving you, look, Jokeres, maybe you didn't see my Instagram story over the weekend, bro. Sometimes you have to take the ball yourself and make something happen. I won't lie to you. Sometimes, again, you have to be kind of like animated on the pitch. See if that ball doesn't come into you. Shout at Odegaard, shout at Zubamendi, shout at Eze. Let them know you're making that run. There's no point in you doing, you're being the night, because I'm new here. You just do, you look upset. Bro, shout. Because if it was Zlatan and he didn't play that ball, he will let you know you played that ball next time.
If it was Henry and you didn't play that ball, what do you think he's going to say?
No, that's
Henry will come up to you and say, is your father stupid?
That's
he wouldn't even ask if you're stupid. He asks, is your father stupid?
And I think yeah, Jokeres is so hungry. The guy's starving for goals. I'm just like, bro, you have to be that hungry, bro. It doesn't matter. Like, I understand everyone at Arsenal's old, it's a public family, everybody's married, everybody's engaged, bro. Even Saka going, bro. But we'll see when it comes to that Sunday, bro. No one's gonna take that shit personally, bro. Tell them I'm making the run. Look up. Stop giving the ball to Saka. I know you love him and all, but play me in, Joe. Like, what's all this rubbish that people are doing?
Me, I'll be saying some derogatory things in the dressing room. I say, me, I'll be saying, listen, you're all fancy Saka or something like that because he's the only one that you guys are passing to. What's going on?
Because
the rest of us think or something like that. Well, we can't play football. Well, I worked all my life just to be a corner on the pitch, and you just give the ball to this guy. I say, pass the ball before I start slapping people in this place. Don't get me mad. Don't get me mad in this dressing room. Stop passing the ball.
It's hard for me to believe that Mika Marino is scoring goals and Jokeres isn't going to score goals. It's so difficult for me to believe because even the goals Mika Marino are scoring, yeah, they're cleaner than the ones that Jokeres is scoring, and that to me poses a question of why. Because I don't think Mika Marino is a better striker of a ball than Jokeres. I don't think he's a better striker than Jokeres. But clearly there's something there where you guys seem more comfortable passing the ball to someone that isn't like a ball-hungry striker than giving it to a guy that's an out-and-out 9 that wants to score goals. So it's like there needs to be a balance in there. Like someone needs to open their eyes and look up. Bro, I hear it. If you play the ball 7 times in the game and the guy fella scores it 7 times, I hear it. Ripping the bits. Give the ball to Sunday. I hear it. But give the guy a chance. Sometimes it takes strikers. Strikers have to warm up. Sometimes it takes you like 2 bad shots for you to get your first one on target. It happens. It happens like that. But like even for Isak, bro, Newcastle man was saying it to Liverpool, was like, this guy misses a lot of shots. But guess what? The fellow was still second top goal scorer in the Prem last season, bro. Yeah, you might miss bare shots, but bro, as long as listen, if you come out that game with a goal, 2 goals, bro, I'm happy. I don't care if you miss 15 shots, bro. As long as we're giving you, it then Slot say, oh, maybe we should be looking at Jacob Jacobson, the player type of Jacob Murphy.
Guys, man, don't get me mad.
Bro, maybe we need to go to Sporting and bring Almeida or Marcus Edo, whoever was there that was supplying this guy, bro. Because this can't continue, bro. It can't keep on happening because now look at us now.
No, because all the guys on the pitch, they want to be that guy. Saka wants to be that guy, and bro, you are to a certain extent. But bro, feed the striker. You're a winger. Feed the striker. Martinelli as well. miss their head down all the time. Pick your head up. Just once, pick your head up. Odegaard, release their passes on time, on way.
They'll kill him
Release
up.
the passes.
They'll kill him up.
Jesus.
Well, I'll say, boys, yeah, the 2 points ahead of City, yeah. And obviously, I've been saying this for years. If you get in a title race with Pep Guardiola and he's close, bro, he's gonna catch you, bro. That guy, yeah. And I know you're gonna say it's not the same City, all these things. You don't understand. This guy is a maniac. He's not okay in the head.
Wow.
He will grab you, bro.
Well, they're way to Palace. They're way to Palace this weekend. So
yeah, did Palace not get packed up by United?
Listen, they still have to go to Anfield. They have to go to Stamford Bridge. I'm pretty sure they still have to go to Tottenham as well. Do you know what I'm saying? They still have to. I think they still have to go to Villa and they've already lost to Villa at Villa Park already as well. So there's still a couple of hard games that these people need to go to, and they still as well. We still need to go to the Etihad. Do you know what I mean? That's going to be another hard game for them. That's not guaranteed 3 points for them as well, given how they played us the first time, putting about 10 billion men at the back after scoring the first goal, which was weird. But no, I hear you. I have respect for Pep. I have respect for Pep, but like I keep maintaining, this City team doesn't put the fear in me like it used to before. Do you know what I'm saying? I watched the game against was it Sunderland? Sunderland was playing ball, but I was watching. I felt like Sunderland was scared at the same time. It's like they didn't really want to open up because they were worried that they would just get counter attack and Haaland would just spread the bomb open and just do what he usually does. But listen, City can be got. I watched it with Newcastle. You know what I'm saying? I seen it to a certain extent with Leeds where they had to score a last minute goal to get over the line. I have respect for City and Pep. I just don't think they go like in a 38 game go the distance. I don't see it because all it takes for them is as well is we're dealing with a lot of injuries right now. That's not an excuse. We're dealing with a lot of injuries right now. We're still trying to figure it out, bro. If they had the amount of injuries that we had right now, they might be 12th.
I hear that, but the thing is, they don't, and they're only 2 points behind you, and they have the guy who's going to win the Golden Boot, and he's going to win it by far.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And if you have the player who wins the Golden Boot, and you have other players around him who have won the league before, they have a chance. Mm-hmm. And you think, like, obviously you guys have the depth, you have the experience as well from the last couple of years, but also it's like it's pressure. There's a lot of pressure on you guys. I think you have more pressure on you than City does because
obviously because people have seen City win the league, but like I said a couple of weeks ago, that and I showed you guys the graph as well of Haaland compared to his teammates and how much they've actually contributed and chipped in. The graph now will be updated because there's a couple more people in there. Foden's banged in a couple of goals.
Rangers as well.
Renders is coming as well. Cherky's got 1 or 2 assists as well. But still, they're still way off Haaland. Do you know what I'm saying? And most of these players that they have now, they're like moments players, like little flash in the pans. Remember when Tijani Randers first signed, he had that good game against Wolves, and then people were raving and ranting about him. Then obviously with Doku against you guys, he tore Conor Bradley to shreds. Have you heard another good Doku performance since then?
I agree.
You haven't heard about good. With Phil Foden, you hear about him against Leeds. You hear about him against Sunderland. Will you hear about him against Chelsea? Will you hear about him against Liverpool? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, I'm looking at some of their players. It's just moments that they're constantly given. Now, my only fear is I'll give you an alternative. My only fear, what would make me change my stances now, if Rodri comes back. And now Rodri has had an ACL, and for me, they rushed him way too quickly from that ACL. If Rodri comes back now, they've put him in a hyperbolic chamber. He's been cooling off, baking off for a couple of weeks, and now they're only 2 points behind. If Rodri was some way to somehow come back and play to an elite level that he was pre-ACL, now I'm scared.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was gonna say.
Now I'm scared, but until that happens, I'm not entirely too worried.
Because they asked Pep how far away is Rodri, and they said Yeah, with the recovery, he'll be ready in a couple of years. That means that nigga has Rodri on his mind, and he
Mm,
knows all I need to do. Because Pep knows you don't win the league, bro. How many league titles did he win when he was? He said himself, "I was 4 or 5 points behind at Christmas."
mm,
He knows when it gets to March, I just need to be close.
mm.
And if I can
But
get my players on song with
mm,
a fit on informed Rodri,
mhm.
bro, they can do it. Trust me.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I get you, but let me also throw you on a curveball. They've already lost 4 games so far this season.
Mhm.
In your hearts, you believe they're not going to drop or lose any more and lose any more points or lose any more games from now until the end of the season.
No, they will, but they have the same amount of wins as you.
Mm, mm,
So I know they've got more losses than you, but the amount of times you haven't taken maximum points is the same.
mm,
Those draws can very easily that you've had could have very easily turned into losses. So you're not in terms of results and the run you're on, you're not that far apart. 10 wins each, and you've both dropped points. I think 5 or 6 times. It's only 2 points in it, and the table doesn't lie. If you're on 30, what is it, 33, and they're on 31, that means you're close in quality. You're close in everything because the table doesn't lie. We will only know that you are a lot better than them when the gap becomes big again. But until then, you have to say it's you and City that are going for the title. And from my own personal experience, when Pep Guardiola is fighting with you for the title, forget. But obviously, I respect what Arteta has built, which is why I would still say you guys are the favorites. I just have to put it out there that I've known this demon, Pep Guardiola, and if it
Bro,
was
we've been in title races with this guy as well. Nobody's underestimating him. Nobody's underestimating him. But what the whole general consensus is, this is not the same City side. City, you can play football against City. You can get like, bro. How many times have you seen City in 2 games? Yeah, concede like what 5 goals, 4 or 5 goals. Like
you know, yeah,
they 3-2, 3-2 against Leeds, then 5-4 against Fulham couple of days after. But
I
fair
agree.
enough, they won both games. You have to give them credit for that. They still managed to grind out and win both games. But that's what s- two against Leeds, then four to Fulham. That's 6 goals. Do you know what I'm saying? They conceded in 2 games, six
Yeah, I'll give
goals.
you one caveat to that. You have the same goal difference right now.
Hmm?
So all you and City have the same goal
Yeah,
difference right now.
no, that's fun. But conceded six goals in 2 games. That's what I'm saying. Six that that's cool. Same goal difference, all that kind of stuff. But I haven't seen my club concede 6 goals in 2 games.
No, 100%. But the thing is, they're not trying to win the league the way you guys are. They know defensively we're not those guys. So
No,
what
no,
they're
I'm not
gonna
even trying to use the. I'm not even trying to use defensive stats to say
no no no
we're
I
trash.
know.
But I'm saying these people you can get at them, and that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
100%.
That makes them different from the CEO of the past that have been title races. But the CEO in the past that have been title races, they have now, especially when they smell blood like this, 2 points behind. These freaks are now all of a sudden going like a 19 game winning streak. We just came off an 18 game winning streak now. You know what I'm saying? Can City go on an 18 game winning streak? That's something I'll be interested to see because it's gonna take a lot of energy. It's gonna expand a lot of people as well. Like, you're gonna be able to handle the injuries. So that's what I'm like. I respect City. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't have that fear of them like I did in the previous season. Because if I look at the squad from top to bottom, quality wise, they're on par or even better than ours. But just the sheer amount of depth that we have, the kind of rotational pieces that we had, like before, they were able to take out Mares and then bring in Julian Alvarez. Or they're able to take out John Stones opponent Nathan Ake or Manu or Kanji or all this type of stuff as well. Like the pieces that they were able to take out and swap back in. I remember there was one FA Cup game. Haaland was on the bench, John Stones was on the bench, Grealish was on the bench, Mahrez was on the bench. Like
Just make
you
it
know the
there.
level of talent that was there, and they don't have that deep squad now. So that's what I'm saying. And then watching their recent performances as well, watching over in the past like 15 months, it's not the same Man City.
One last thing I will say though is because it's Man City and it's Pep, they love to give this guy money in January. They love it.
Mm.
And I know Arteta's not buying nobody in January because you
But listen,
can't.
he spent like what 220 last January. He spent like over 300 mil like in the summer as well. You're gonna spend another 220 or two something. And listen, when are these charges gonna drop? Because I've been hearing for months that these charges are gonna drop. When is it gonna drop? Generally,
I don't even know what's going on there. I've forgotten about the charges, but Yeah, I'll still put you guys as the favorites for sure. But I know with a Pep Guardiola squad, with a Pep Guardiola team, you always have to be wary, and they always have a chance.
It's gonna go back. It's gonna go back to 5 points on the weekend, man. I don't lie to you. I don't see City beating Palace at home.
Who
Sincerely,
you
I don't.
playing? Who you
We're
playing?
playing Wolves at home.
First.
Like I don't like again. All due respect to Manchester City, but their recent away performances, bro, that does not fill me with oh yeah, these man Palace they're gonna go, bro. I don't see it. I don't see it, unfortunately, and that's why it's like as much as City are gonna the 2 points behind us, bro. We're still in flipping December, boys. The league has never been won in December ever.
Literally, yeah.
It's never been won in December. So when we'll see how everybody comes out of this December period because bro, there's a game every 3 days. It all depends who's going to survive December. Then how does it look now? Come Jan, come Feb. Then you start to see when things start to open up a bit. But so as far as I'm concerned, bro, I think Arsenal are in a good position. I don't think nobody should stress too much. I think we're going to finish the year top of the league anyway. We'll just go from January onwards. But for now, all this crisis talk that people are doing, it's like, bro, you're gonna lose. Everyone's gonna lose away from home. Everyone's gonna lose, bro. See, also lost the Villa away from home. But did anybody cry? Nobody cried. But because we lost, everybody wants to cry, bro. It's football.
You know, it's because they had to wait 18 games for that L, bro. They've waited a long time. They've waited a long time.
It's football at the end. Like, look, yeah. We've had injuries, but we still have a backline. We still have a midfield. Bro, look, rotate your guys. You're playing Wolves. I understand. The way Arsenal plays, crashing the ball where we're winning home games 4-0, 5-0, 6-0, where we're like, okay, we can swap the midfield and maybe we win like 2-0 or 3-0. You probably still have to play your starting, like a good bit, your starting 11, but rotate. Be clever. Maybe you start in Norgard. If things are looking some 1-0 all, bro, swap, bring Zubimendi in. But like, Arteta just needs to be calculated in your decisions, bro. That's how you win this league. Don't because people are telling you because now you have to make a statement against Wolves, bro. It's fucking Wolves, bro. United just beat them 4-1, bro. Do you get me? Like,
even
just take the time. It's a marathon, bro. It's not a sprint, bro. Just take the time. It's football. You have Ethan when you're on the bench. You use them. You have Max Salmon. You use these guys. What's the point of having them on the bench, bro? May as well just let them go play for the under-21s, bro. Use the guys. Don't be stressing yourself, killing yourself because Pep is 2 points behind. Bro, Arteta's been here for 3-4 years now. He knows, okay, Pep is there. Cool. Let's just do what we can do. And that's it. Bro, I bet if you don't win the league, we don't win the league. It's on him. You hear me? It's on him. He has to then be like, okay, do you know what? We didn't win the league. Something has to give. Is either I decide that I'm not the man to take them to the mountaintop, or I decide that there's certain players that are not going to take me to the mountaintop. And then you have to make a decision. But as far as I'm concerned, you lose to Villa. The early kickoff, that 12:30 kickoff is always horrible, especially when you're away from home. You're always more likely you're going to lose that game anyway. But you just have to take it.
That's why Jurgen Klopp used to complain all the time. That's why they made sure he never won a Premier League title. Those 12:30 kickoffs.
No, bro,
I see his vision now.
I saw a video and this fella said, if you're going for a title, just make sure you don't go and play a 12:30 kickoff at any ground that ends with park. Bro. Villa Park, Selhurst Park, all those parks that they have. That's where you just lose points and lose the league,
bro. So you just have to. Arsenal just need to relax, take each game as it comes, bro. Our away fixtures are very not comfortable, bro. They're doable. Well, listen, if you do the business, you more than likely you're going to do the business at home. More than likely. 85% you're going to do the business at home. Maybe you draw a home game that you shouldn't have drawn. But see those away games, 1-0, just grind them out. We'll get your 1-0s or 2-1s, just be grinding it out jejely. Each away game, use as a Champions League final. Make sure. Because when you only have 3 away games left and you realize that you're 5 points clear, all you need is just one more away victory. That's it. The league is done. It's wrapped up.
Because it's not just City as well, because obviously Villa are obviously in and around it as well. And obviously Liverpool are unbeaten in the last 3 games. So I miss talking about titles, man.
I got me, man. That's the Liverpool unbeaten in the last 3.
He's like has one Premier League goal in December, man. Bro, it's mad. It's mad. But now, big up to everybody that's joined in the live. We've appreciated it. But boys, remember what I said on the 1st of December when we done a pod, yeah? I said by the 31st of December, we'll know who's winning the league. And there's still 2 weeks, a little over 2 weeks of this month to go. We'll get an answer soon enough. Well, anyways, we'll leave it there. We'll reconvene. We'll let Pato and his club deal with the issues, because right now is looking like an episode of Jeremy Kyle or even Maury or something like that. Like, bro, everything just go mad. I just want to see my club actually just try feed that striker. Hopefully, that's something that we can do in the next couple of games, and then we can reconvene and then we'll talk more about the title race. I'm hoping from a neutral perspective that more happens with this Mohamed Salah situation. I feel like if you just fly to Italy, just slap Slot in the back of his bald head or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But guys, no, appreciate you lot. Please do like the live. That'd be greatly appreciated. If you could hype the video as well. We've just recently hit, I even got to say at the start of the video, but we recently hit 600 subscribers. So, obviously, big ups to you guys. We really appreciate it as well. For 700, Pato said that he'll do the stream in his boxes if we get to 700 subscribers. So make sure you hit that up as well. But yeah, appreciate you guys. Good night. God bless.